action-taking. A ship without a rudder is aimless and at sea, much like motivation without action. We'll talk about doable tactics in this chapter to help us get from inspiration to action and achieve our financial objectives. Action is the means by which our dreams come true. It is the link between intention and manifestation. However, acting is not always simple. It calls for bravery, tenacity, and a readiness to leave our comfort zones. In the world of money, acting is very crucial. Every financial objective, whether it's making a budget, investing in stocks, or launching a business, needs a sequence of steps to be completed. However, acting responsibly is just as important as simply doing anything. It involves setting priorities, decomposing our objectives into doable stages, and acting steadily in the direction of their accomplishment. As well-known speaker and author Tony Robbins once said, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." Put another way, purposeful, concentrated activity conducted consistently over time yields results, not luck or chance. However, the quality of one's actions is equally as important as the number. It involves making deliberate decisions that advance our objectives and fit with our definition of success. Prolific writer and speaker Brian Tracy once said, "Successful people are simply those with successful habits." Put another way, disciplined, consistent activity conducted day in and day out is what leads to success rather than isolated incidents or chance. So how should we go about achieving our financial objectives? How do we get over our fears of failure, self-doubt, and procrastination so that we may confidently and firmly take inspired action toward our dreams? Clarifying our objectives or defining what we hope to accomplish and why it matters to us is the first step. We can lay out a successful plan and make sure that our activities are in line with our future vision by establishing precise, well-defined goals. The next stage is to deconstruct our objectives into doable chunks, determine the steps we must take to get there, and then make a strategy for getting there. We may move closer to our objectives one step at a time by segmenting them into smaller, more doable activities. But acting involves more than simply planning. It also involves carrying out the strategy. No matter how modest the initial step is, it's important to start somewhere and gain momentum from there. We may build the momentum we need to go forward and realize our aspirations if we consistently and deliberately work toward our objectives. Prolific writer and lecturer Zig Ziglar once said, "You have to start to be great, but you don't have to be great to start." Put another way, anybody who is prepared to take the initial step and dedicate themselves to their goals with unflinching commitment may achieve success. It is not just for the select few. Let's keep in mind that every little step we take toward achieving our financial objectives will get us closer to success as we set out on this path. Every action we take, whether it's making a budget, investing in the stock market, or launching a business, brings us one step closer to living the life we've always wanted. Remaining motivated. Long-term motivation can be difficult to maintain in the marathon that is the pursuit of financial achievement. This chapter will cover strategies for avoiding burnout, staying motivated, and keeping moving forward in our quest for financial independence. Success requires inspiration because it sustains us during difficult times and helps us move on in the face of difficulty. However, maintaining inspiration is not always simple. It calls for work, intention, and a readiness to develop a resilient and determined attitude. So how can we maintain our motivation as we pursue financial success? How do we get past feelings of weariness, self-doubt, and fear of failing so that we can remain steadfastly committed to our goals? Finding people, places, and activities that pique our interest and spark our creativity is the first step in being an inspiration. To stay inspired and goal-focused, we need to discover sources of inspiration, whether it's by reading books, listening to podcasts, or hanging out with others who share our values. Making a vision board, which is a graphic depiction of our objectives and aspirations and acts as a continuous reminder of our progress, is the next stage. Even in the face of adversity, we may maintain our inspiration and motivation by surrounding ourselves with pictures and affirmations that align with our success goal. However, maintaining inspiration involves more than simply finding outside inspiration. It also entails developing a resilient and resolute mentality that empowers us to go over whatever challenges we face. Your imagination and commitment are the only limits to your impact, as well-known author and speaker Tony Robbins once said. Put another way, purposeful, concentrated activity conducted consistently over time yields results, not luck or chance. Let's keep in mind that inspiration is something we generate, not something we discover, as we set out on our quest to maintain inspiration on our route to financial success. Living a life filled with passion and purpose and pursuing our ambitions with unflinching conviction and resolution is a daily decision that we make. Building wealth. Now that we have a strong base established, let's focus on the specifics of accumulating money. This chapter will cover a variety of wealth-building techniques, including stock market investment, company startup, and everything in between. The act of assembling assets and creating passive income streams that allow us to attain financial freedom and independence is known as wealth building. However, generating wealth involves more than just accumulating cash. It also entails living a prosperous and abundant life that is consistent with our goals and beliefs. So how can we generate wealth? How can we build a prosperous and abundant life that allows us to live freely and enthusiastically follow our passions? The first step is to educate ourselves. We should study everything we can about the concepts of wealth creation and the tactics employed by prosperous investors and business people. Warren Buffett, the well-known investor, once said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." Put another way, investing in our own education and personal growth and gaining the information and abilities we need to succeed are the keys to developing wealth, not simply stocks or real estate. The next action is to draft a plan, which serves as a roadmap for reaching our financial objectives and accumulating money over time. By establishing precise objectives and devising a strategy to reach them, we may construct a successful roadmap that directs us at every turn. However, creating riches requires more than merely taking action. Rather, it requires inspired activity. It's about taking confident, conviction-driven, purposeful moves toward our goals and coordinating our activities with our beliefs and purpose. As well-known speaker and author Tony Robbins once said, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." Put another way, purposeful, concentrated activity conducted consistently over time yields results, not luck or chance. As we set out on this path to financial success, let us keep in mind that wealth creation is about living a prosperous and abundant life that is consistent with our goals and beliefs, not just about accumulating riches. We may acquire money and create the life of our dreams by educating ourselves, making a strategy, and acting with inspiration toward our objectives.